morning, good afternoon, good evening. Jay Williams here, and welcome to another video. Today's video, I want to talk to you about what is your number. Now, this is something I realised from a big inspiration of mine, Russell Brunson. If you've never heard of him and you're interested in marketing at all, he runs a company called ClickFunnels. And what he shared with me is that what happens in a lot of people, and this in particular has happened to me, is that they tend to start an online business. And we start an online business in the beginning, it's very exciting, everybody's like pumped, like, oh my god, this is amazing, I can earn a ton of money. And then what happens is when you get to the planning stage, the goal setting stage, you ask yourself the question, how much do I want to win? Now, most people say something like, oh, I just want to earn as much money as I can. And this is definitely something that I did when I first started out online. I was kind of like, you know what? I just want to make like millions of dollars, because that's what everybody seems to come out with. They pluck this figure out of the air because that's what a lot of people promote. They say you can make millions online. Awesome. That's how much I want to make. Now, what often happens is when we actually just pluck a figure from the air on how much we want to earn and we're not clear on our number, then our business takes over our lives. Now, I've been traveling for around 14 months now, and it's always been a dream of mine to travel the world ever since leaving the military. And I've been traveling for 14 months, but one of the things I've really struggled with is work-life balance. You know, that elusive thing that everybody tells you about? I'm going to shoot a video in a few days on work-life balance and my thoughts on it specifically. But I really struggled. Basically, we were traveling around Asia. We traveled around Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, and then moved on to Australia. And what actually happened was I was looking for opportunities all of the time to actually work. I was looking at, I was making money at the time, but I still wanted to work and earn more and earn more and earn more, and work harder and harder and harder. And as a result, one day me and Vicky were actually sat down having a conversation, and she talked to me about how upset she was about the fact that I couldn't remember half the places we'd been during our travels, and I couldn't remember the experiences that we'd had because I wasn't present to my own life. I wasn't present to what was going on, like, and experiencing the very thing that I'd always dreamed about doing when I started my business back in 2014. Now, through listening to Russell Brunson and looking at this, what had happened to me, I realised I hadn't been present. And so I decided that I had to make some changes, and I had to look at what is it I really wanted to achieve from a monetary factor. And I think this is a question people don't really ask themselves enough. People just come up with this elusive $1 million. That's how much I want to make. Is that $1 million a month, or is that $1 million a year, or is that $1 million in the next 3 years or 5 years? Now, there's an exercise which you can do to help you in this, to kind of work out how much you really need to earn. And most people kind of just throw the $1 million out there because that's how much they think everybody needs to earn to have a really good life. And one thing I've learned is you don't need millions of dollars to live a rich life. You really don't. You already have so many amazing things already in your life, but with a little bit of money and a bit of financial freedom and flexibility, you can, of course, live a level 10 life, if you like. So the exercise which I went through yesterday, I pulled up my Landmark notebook here, a book that I got when I did the Landmark Forum. Awesome course, by the way, if you've never done it. I actually went through an exercise where I wrote down all the things that I wanted. So I wrote down a $3 million house. Now, I'm not going to pay cash for a $3 million house, am I? I'm probably going to get a mortgage on it, and I'm going to rent it. I'm going to pay off a mortgage every month. Now, how much is that going to cost? And I put down rough ballpark figure like 10 grand a month. I then wrote down the car which I wanted. I then wrote down any debts that I might have. I then wrote down how many vacations, how many holidays I'd want a year, how long would I want to stay for, what type of accommodation would I want to stay in, how much is that going to cost, how much do I want to go and do miscellaneous items while I'm on holiday, go and do tours and, live a very good lifestyle? What type of clothes do I want? If I really want clothes, if I'm honest with you, you can see I'm not overly asked about how I look. I'm more about the quality of life and happiness, which is everything about my brand, the new brand of happiness. Everything I do is about happiness, and wearing good clothes, is it what really makes me happy? If I'm unfulfilled in my work and I have great clothes, am I going to be happy? No, probably not. So you can go through this exercise and you can write down, I recommend you do it, you write down all the things you want, how many debts you have, all of these things around travel, vacation, cars, houses, if that's your thing. If you want to give to charity, make a note of how much you want to give to charity each month. And what's going to happen is you're going to come out with a number, and that is your number that you need to achieve. Now, once you have this number, and my number came out, it was around, all I really needed to earn was around 20 grand a month. I'm not earning 20 grand a month right now. 20 grand a month to live a very, very good life. I mean, I am the happiest I've ever been right now. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to earn more money, to do more things. Of course I would. But what I'm saying is, when you have your number, when you're clear on how much you need to earn, you can then find balance in your life, because you're no longer going, I need to work harder, I need to look for opportunities to work so I can earn more money and more money and more money and more money and live an awesome lifestyle. Because if you don't have a number, and let's say you are earning 20 grand a month, imagine you're leveraging the SFN digital business system, you're earning 20 grand a month now, and you don't have a number. What are you going to continue to do? Continue to think it's not enough. And so you're going to work harder, you're going to work more hours, and that's going to take you away from the very reason you decided to join this business. Most people join this business model because they want to spend more time with their family, they want more freedom, more flexibility, they want to work for themselves, they don't want to work 14-hour days. That's the reason most people work the business. People work the business because they like to travel and they want it to tie in with a travel lifestyle. That's certainly why I built the business. So if you get your number right and you work towards achieving your number, you'll be one step closer to building a more balanced lifestyle, so you can take advantage of enjoying the things that are most important to you in life, the reasons why you joined the Six Figure Mentors, and the reasons why you're in business, basically. So for me, if you've got any feedback on this, I'd love to hear it. Just go ahead and comment in the comments box below, or if you're receiving this in an email, simply reply to this email and let me know what you think. All right, I'm over here in Bali. I'm staying in like a temple, which is really cool. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day. So if you've got any comments, questions, or feedback for me, place them in the comments box below. If you get me an email, simply reply to this email and let's have a chat. So for me, have an amazing, amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you soon for another video. Bye for now.